Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Solavei Scoop. My name is Stacy Wallace, and I'm excited to be joined here by none other than the gorgeous, beautiful, smart, intelligent, and highly productive Laura Wells, one of our top performers in Solavei. For those of you who are tapping in, Laura, say hello. Hey, hey. You look
Hello,
like
happy
America is what you
Monday.
look like. You're looking gorgeous. Love it. Well, for all of you, we've
Thank you.
had absolutely amazing strategy sessions today, and Laura and I have been talking about some things that we're going to be doing here locally that are going to be driving some real attention to what we believe is an incredible market in our local area here in Dallas. And so over the course of the next number of weeks, we look forward to sharing that with you. And whether you're tapping in and you're a Solavei expert or one of our top leaders, or whether you're just taking a look to try to see if this is something that you even want to be involved in, we hope that the Solavei Scoop, always at the end of the scoop, we're going to give you kind of what's hot, what's latest of Solavei, but more importantly is at the beginning, we want to give you tips and insight into some strategies that can help you build a life and business that you absolutely love. And that you can play out in anything, whether it's your family, your faith, your finances, maybe you've got other businesses. We certainly know that a lot of the folks that are playing in Solavei are here loving the fact that they're getting free mobile service, just saving money. We've got some pretty rock star real estate agents and business owners, some pretty savvy online marketers. This is part of what they do, but certainly not everything they do. Solavei just makes sense. It's a great value proposition. You save money with your cell phone. This week, I love the fact Renee Sinclair posted in Facebook that she's saving $3,000 a year. That's pretty amazing. And she's obviously a rock star, just won a lot of awards in the real estate world here in the Dallas Metroplex area. But she just made this shift because it made sense. And of course, she posted on her Facebook wall, hey, I'm saving $3,000. And immediately people are like, okay, tell me how. And that's really the story of Solavei, is you save money, help your family, and then help others. And it really becomes a pay-it-forward kind of program that works. There's not another comparable plan out there right now that's going to match or even come close to what Solavei is offering. So if you're just listening tonight and you're just trying to figure out if you're wanting to switch to Solavei, well, it just makes financial sense to do so. In fact, we're going to talk here in just a second about money matters, and hopefully you can apply this to your life as well. Laura, before I do that, is there anything you want to hit us up with here at the top of the hour?
Yeah, so just as a reminder for those that are watching online, if you go into Team Solavei in the Facebook group, we've got a post pinned at the top. If you have questions for us, just comment in there and ping us, and we will address those questions towards the end. And you can always private message me on Facebook as well, so we can get the conversation started as we go. I'll keep tabs on that.
Excellent. Very good. Well, let's just start off the top of the hour with talking about money matters, because right now, obviously, folks are hitting the reset button. They're wanting to do some things different in their lives. I just saw an incredible commercial on TV of $18 trillion worth of debt. People are encouraging folks to, stop gathering paper money and start switching to gold and silver and all of that. Obviously, right now, we are in a place where people are starting to get smart about their money. And if they're not smart about their money, they want to get smart about their money. Well, obviously, we want to provide for you part of saving on your mobile service. We want to help you save in life. And so tonight, I'm going to give you 3 very simple, elementary strategies that if you just did these 3 things in your family, it could revolutionize your business and your financial life. Your financial portfolio does not need you to be making $20,000 a month. Everybody, that's what everybody wants. If I could just make $20,000 a month, if I could just, hit that 6-figure income or 7-figure income. And so they get involved in these companies and they go into debt trying to build $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. And I'm just going to tell you, being one of those rock stars, it doesn't take that for you to be able to reach wealth. In fact, we want to begin to share with you some simple strategies that you right now, where you're at, you can begin to create a life of wealth. However, whether you're making 20 grand a year or whether you're making 20 grand a month, it does not matter. So most people, money only makes them more of what they are. It only makes them have The same habits on a bigger scale. Most of my friends who are making big 6 and sometimes 7-figure incomes, you know, they're leveraged to the hilt because they've increased their lifestyle along with that as well. Well, tonight we're going to give you three very simple strategies on how to make that happen. Number one, are you ready? And if you got pen and paper, write this down. Number one, this is big. This is like uber technical. Are you ready? Spend less than you make. I'm just going to stop there for just a second so all the chatter go calms down. Spend less than you make. All right? I know it doesn't sound all that intelligent, but for some people, unfortunately, it's like rocket science. It's difficult. Why is that? Because we have lived in a society of behaviors that teach you to keep up with the Joneses. I call it the Joneses syndrome. Let me tell you right now, that's why I love Solavei. If you can cut off and save, like let's just talk about Renee, $3,000 a year just by switching from AT&T to Solavei. That's what she did. Now, they had a lot of lines. They had, I think, they switched over like 6 lines or something like that over to Solavei. That alone is saving her $3,000 a year. Now, let's just calculate what that looks like. Over the course of 5 years, that's 15 grand. Now, put $15,000 into a Vanguard account or some type of annuity. Guys, I'm talking about wealth generation, and you start to put the geometric progression of numbers on top of that. So people are saying, well, I don't know, is it worth really saving $100 a month? Do you know what could happen if you took that $100 savings that you're making just by switching to Solavei, let alone if you never tell a single person about it, just by the money that you're saving, and begin to shift that into something that actually gets interest? You could be creating a financial future for yourself. Here's what happens, though, is most people take that money and they go out and they buy a new car, or they buy some new clothes, or they get their nails did, or what was that Missy Elliott said at the Super Bowl, got my hair did, whatever it is, unfortunately, and all that's for appearances, so that you can be something you're not yet. You know what? I would rather end up at 65 years old worth a few $1 million and drove a little bit less nice of a car than to be able to drive a nice car and be broke. Now remember, the Joneses, most of the Joneses that you're trying to keep up with, they're going to end up 50 and broke. They're going to end up at some point in their life hitting a brick wall because they didn't put these very simple principles in place. Okay, so number one, spend less than you make. Spend less than you make. Right? Easy. Number two, be willing to shift your priorities. Now, what does that mean? Okay, we go back to the Joneses thing. How often are you eating out? How often are you getting your nails did? How often are you, you know, having to have all the extra, like the extra cable channels and all of that? There's a number of things that if you compound what you're saving in Solavei, just on your mobile service, right? If you compound those savings with learning to make a few habitual changes, like eating out less often. Like, well, I'll tell you guys, my weakness is Mexican food. I love chicken fajitas, chili con queso, guacamole, frioles. Those are my, like, I could have it every single day. And there's a few places that I love it. But instead of doing that, we've learned how to make chicken fajitas at home. And we've had to work with the recipe and work with the recipe. And you know what? A bag of beans boiled for, or soaked for a few hours and then cooked up right, that taste, eventually you get them tasting the same thing. You know what that's doing? It's actually saving my family hundreds of dollars in savings just because of the savings we're making by not going out every time we want to have Mexican food. Think about that. Make some small adjustments that can make big dividends to your family. Think about this. Okay, here's an example. Are you willing to shift your priorities even at the checkout stand? You know, you get to the checkout stand, the kids are whining, Mom, please, can I have a popsicle? Can I have a candy? Can I have a candy bar? Can I have a bag of chips? It's those little things that add up, right? It's not the big lion or the bear that Scripture tells you to avoid. It says, watch out for the little foxes that come to spoil the vine. Why? Because you're going to see when a big bear comes at you and you're probably going to run. But what you don't see is when the little foxes start to sneak up, and all those little toffees and little candy bars and all those things add up, and what they're stealing is your shalom. They're stealing your peace. The word shalom means peace and completeness. So think about this. So the other day I went out, and you guys know I won a Mercedes with Solavei, so that's a pretty big deal. And Solavei was going to be sending out a crew, and they're going to be taking pictures, and it's pretty cool being the first presidential director of the company. And you know, I got to pick out this fancy car. Laura was there. That was pretty cool. We had a big old party. And that night I knew I probably should have a new outfit, because you guys have seen me in most all of the outfits that I got. So I wanted to give some good pictures to the company. So I went shopping. And I don't shop very often like that. Usually it takes a birthday or Christmas for me to get myself new stuff. But I went out and found this really cool jacket and some clothes. And yeah, I went up to this checkout stand and found a jacket. And when I got up to the checkout, I realized, man, this jacket's $128. Now, you guys know I'm making some dosh with Solavei, and I can afford a $128 jacket. But why would I want to pay more for a jacket if I can get it for less, right? So I've been willing to shift my priorities from, oh, I'm making money so I can spend money, to I'm making money so I can give money. And when I spend money, that's less money that I can give, right? So think about it this way. I got up to the cash register and I said to the young guy, I said, so hey, this jacket, it's not on sale, right? And he said, no. And I said, you guys got any kind of coupons or anything like that? He said, no, that's just a full price item. And I said, well, do you mind if I just step aside for a second and look up online to see if there's anything online? He said, no, no problem. So I go online, and I'm, you know, there's people getting by me in the line, and I'm looking through the online coupons of this store. Lo and behold, I found a $75 off if you spend $100 or more. So I stepped back up in line, and I said, well, look what I found. Can you see if this is good? Well, it was good. Well, so they're right there. On that one jacket, I was able to save $75. So look at this, because I was willing to shift my priorities just a little bit, make it a little bit uncomfortable, sacrifice just a little bit. I went online when I got back, and I looked up the median income, or the average income for a Texan, somebody who lives in Texas. The average income is about $22 an hour. In 5 minutes, by me willing to take a little bit of extra time, I was able to equate to over 3 hours of income for the average Texan right there. Would take them almost 4 hours to make $75. I was able to save that much just by standing in that line. All right? So you're probably thinking, okay, what does this have to do with Solavei? Because that's what Solavei is all about. It's about saving money. It's about getting freedom. It's about helping your family get free. It's about, is it a really big deal to save an extra $100 a month on your mobile service? You bet your bottom dollar it is. It's future for your family. It's education for your children. It's freedom for your retirement if you begin to make these little things add up. Okay, number 3, here's your third thing. So number 1 was spend less than you make. Number 2, be willing to shift your priorities and sacrifice a little bit. And number 3 is take inventory of where you're at. Most people don't like to take inventory of how much they're spending, because it shows them that they're behind the 8 ball, right? They're spending more than they make. If you'll stop and take inventory of what you're spending or eating out, spending on even your marketing efforts, but make sure that you're making wise decisions. You know what? There is some very important lessons out there. You guys know that I utilize both the newspaper and the Bible to figure out what both sides of the teams are doing. and there is actually a story in John that talks about this lame guy that was laying by the healing pool for years and years and years, moaning and complaining about his debilitations. And all of a sudden, Jesus walks up and says, why didn't you just get in the healing pool? It's like right there, just a few steps away. And he said, well, no one ever carried me there. I don't know about you, but that sounds a lot like a lot of people complaining about being in debt, complaining about overspending, complaining about having issues in their life when there's opportunity right in front of you. If you're one of those people and you're watching this, I want to encourage you, do everything you can to get free mobile service. Do everything you can to be able to not pay for your your skincare or anything else that you're using in your life. Find ways, you know, next time you go up to the cash register or the grocery store, take coupons. Oh my goodness, $5 of coupons. That's like a lot of money saved. Now you may think, oh, this is limited thinking. No, this is smart money. It's not limited thinking, because when you begin to realize that every penny you save is another dollar that either goes to investment or to charity, you're now a smart business owner. So I want to encourage you, like I would say to that guy that was laying by the pool, get up, stop making excuses, shift from where you are to where you need to be. Laura, what do you got for that? And then we're going to pop into the scoop.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we've been, well, for 3 weeks now. I mean, we've been tapping into the Blessed Life podcast and, of course, the meetings at your house. And, I mean, okay, we're really smart with our money, or we thought we were, right? But there's always a way to kick it up a notch. And so when we discovered Solavei, we were told about Solavei, you know, in mid-2012, to us, it just made sense. I mean, our bill with AT&T was over $300 a month. If we switched to Solavei, we would immediately save about $150 a month. It does not take a math genius to figure out that that's a good decision. So even paying off contracts, it was still a good decision. And so, you know, but it's funny because, I mean, we were talking about this earlier today. Sometimes you fall into just a pattern of complacency. And just over the last 2.5 years, we have just steadily, you know, made some great decisions, made some not so great decisions. And I mean, I posted a blog post the other day. It's just something as little as, okay, do I need to spend $1.50 on one cookie at Chick-fil-A, or can I go through recipe books and figure out how to make 18 cookies for $1.50? I mean, it's just little stuff like that. You know, I'm choosing not to go spend $50 going to get my nails done, and instead I'm spending $2.50 on glittery nail polish. It's stuff like that. It doesn't seem like it's that monumental of a thing, but all those little things are adding up for us. And it's just, you know, you said something a couple weeks ago, Stacy, that stuck with me. It resonated all the way through my core, and it was stewardship. The definition of stewardship is taking great care of something that doesn't belong to you. And it doesn't matter, you know, what your background or what your demographic or what your religion is. That means something so profound to me personally, is that it's not my money in the first place. So being a good steward of it means taking really good care of it. So for us, I mean, it's not, you know, life-changing. We still enjoy a great lifestyle, but for us, it's just making little decisions that are better for the long run, so that we can pay off debt, so we can give more, so we can do more and be more for others, just by not wasting money. So Solavei was a great place to start, but now we're looking at other places in our life and our bills and stuff that we can do the same thing. So it's been pretty eye-opening.
You know what's incredible, Laura, is I've been, and I know you've been in for over 15 years. I've been in this industry for 27 years, and I know a lot of big income earners. Some of them are my really, really, really good friends, 7-figure income earners. And I'm amazed at how many of them are going through marital issues, really, really big challenges, because as their income increased, so did their lifestyle. In fact, right now, the average American overspends by 20%. Doesn't matter how much you make. You can be making $2 million a year, or you can be making $2,000 a year. The average American is overspending by 20%, and that goes back to that first thing. So we want to, as you grow your business with Solavei, as you grow your network, be smart with your money, so that you can see that there is an incredible blessing. If you hit, let's just say, for example, you hit one of these ranks where you get a $100 bonus. Don't just run out and spend that $100 bonus on nothing. Make sure that you've got a plan, a strategy, that you've got intentional thinking around that, and we're going to be providing more of that for you so that you can create that strategic plan. So that's enough said on that. That's 15 minutes on giving you money matters that hopefully you can apply immediately. Let's jump in, Laura, to the Solavei Scoop. I'm just going to share my screen here, and we're going to go through the Solavei Scoop together, because I think tonight we've got some pretty cool things to share that I know folks are really, really excited about. The first thing, of course, is the Get Your Six Fix. I like to call it the six-pack. I think we should have some kind of competition where people show us their six-pack. Would that be racy? That's okay. Get your
and for those of us that don't have six packs.
Well, or we could go our 2 liters, right? Get your six fix. It starts, you can start sharing right now and still do this because you have till February 25th. And the whole concept behind this is, and you guys are going to even hear as we start to talk more and more and more about smart money, is just owning your business, just being a part of Solavei gives you some incredible tax advantages because you're a home-based business owner. We want to show you how to take advantage of those, but even better is Solavei is even adding to that. Not only is Uncle Sam rewarding people right now who have a home-based business, it doesn't cost anything to be a mobile user and a sharer of Solavei. All you got to do is switch your carrier, right, from AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, whatever, to Solavei. Now, that's pretty cool. But if you want to take it to the next level, Solavei says, we want to help you. And between now and February 25th, we actually have a $298 brand partner fee that you usually have to pay. You can actually get that waived or refunded if you're somebody who does pay it just by getting 6. Now, what that means is that if you get 6, they're going to automatically promote you to being a brand partner. And so we want to encourage you to do that. Between now and the 25th, just get 6, and you'll already be bumped to that. Laura, anything from you?
So I just want to point out something really important because the last time we did this was a tiny bit confusing for some people. So when it says you just need 6 enrollments by February 25th, please, oh, thank you. You pulled up the FAQ. You guys read those details because that little bitty print in there, it means that there's a certain period of time, a certain block of time that your new 6 people have to be enrolled, and they have to be activated by the 28th of February. So just make sure this is the time. This is a big deal. It's a $298 savings. You could get a $100 fast action bonus if you qualify for that. Free mobile service forever as long as those people stay active. There's a lot on the line for here. So just take the time to make sure all your T's are crossed, all your I's are dotted, and all that good stuff. And it'll be so worth it. 'Cause this is a really awesome promotion. So it's going to be neat to see how many people qualify for that.
Yeah, and just when you click on that link, as you can see, there's FAQs there. We can't go through all of those here on this Hangout, but you can go through them in your own time, no different than you'd read the fine print of any coupon that you go to a store. This is like a coupon, right? Get 6, you're going to get that $298 brand partner kit waived or fee waived or refunded, but there are some stipulations. You want to get it done by the 25th. You want to get them in and activated by the 28th, and just go ahead and take time to go through all of those little details there. All right, let's jump down. Reach the beach in the Mayan Riviera. Those of you, this is especially powerful for those of you who are new in Solavei. Solavei's always had some pretty big promotions. This particular one is really advantageous for those of you who have not ranked in the upper ranks, and I think that's really cool because we've gotten to go on a lot of vacations with Solavei, but this one, the fruit is hanging lowest for those of you who are just getting started or for those of you who haven't ranked in director or above yet. So kudos, awesome, really, really cool. You should be running and gunning right now. Literally, I had somebody just sign up. They called and said, Stacy, I want the beach. And I'm like, all right, game on. Let's make your first goal get free. Second goal to become a regional ambassador. Third goal, let's get you to director. That means we got to hustle, hustle, hustle to do all of that in that short period of time. But you know what? I love the fact that that person stepped up and said, no big deal, let's do it. So look at this, look at the qualifications, and identify how you can be there, because you're going to be there with CEO, founder, Ryan Wirtz, top Solavei leaders, being able from April 26th to May 1st, be able to sit on the beach, collaborate, connect, talk with the folks who are making it happen, and obviously make memories for a lifetime. Now you can go to teamsolavei.com and actually check out the leaderboard, or just click it right there in your Solavei Scoop. All right, Laura, take us to the Solavei Mercedes Club.
Oh, I was hoping this would be my turn. So I know, Stacey, you're not going to toot your own horn here, so I will toot it for you. So this was one of the most amazing experiences, is to watch top ranking leaders like Stacy Wallace, Jose Miranda, Harold Sanchez. It's just so neat to see, and more coming. It's so neat to see Solavei's, new compensation plan when it rolled out. One of the 10 ways to earn is the Mercedes Club, and it was really just a whole experience. It wasn't just a, here are your keys, go pick up your car. It was an entire experience, and it was very symbolic. I mean, to me anyway, as someone who's on the way there, it was really neat to see how it's all going to play out, and picturing not only myself there, but I kept thinking about my team and all these other leaders that are in Team Solavei and working every day, and it was really, really neat to see that come to fruition. So congratulations again, Stacy. It was really amazing it was an honor, truly, to be there to watch you, because I know the blood, sweat, and tears that all of you guys, Stacy, Jose, and Harold, have put in to get to that point. So, and on the scoop there, it mentions that the Solavei Facebook fan page is going to be putting up some pictures and stuff like that, and I know they've been recording videos and all that, so stay tuned to the Facebook fan page to see all that roll out. It's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, and if you want to know more about it, of course, you can go to teamsolavei.com, and right up here in the recognition, you're going to be able to scroll down to Mercedes Club, and you can check it out right there as well. So that's good news, and good news for everybody else too. I mean, I was sharing on one of my podcasts this week that it is such a blessing. I'm at that top rank, so I get $1,250 a month. What's really cool about it is Solavei, unlike a lot of companies and plans where they're very specific with what you have to get, the specifics are it has to be white, silver, or black. And it has to be a new Mercedes, but they're not going to tell you what class you have to get or what kind you have to get. Personally, because I like smart money, I wanted to get one that was not quite as expensive. I wanted to get one that was going to be less than what I'm making, and I wanted to be able to pay my tithes and offerings, and I also wanted to be able to pay for my gas, and I wanted to be able to pay for insurance, and I wanted to be able to pay for giving that I'm giving out for charity. And all of that is coming as a result of me being in the Mercedes Club, because I chose to think a little different. And that's what's cool about this, is you can make out of it what you want to make out of it. And I love that Solavei is giving us the opportunity to do that. I can literally say I am driving a free car, free gas, free insurance, 100% because of Solavei. And that is a pretty cool feeling. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. San Diego on February 21st. Now, I know we just booked our flights for this. I am so there. I'm pumped because of some of the leaders that have been calling me from down there, like Josue Madera. We are getting primed and ready. I know today we're looking at a couple of final locations of where that's going to be. You can count on it being in San Diego. It's going to be at a beautiful location. But most importantly, you want to be driving your people to save the date of February 21. There's been a lot of excitement. What the company did in Puerto Rico is they basically put a huge majority of marketing efforts and resources towards Puerto Rico in order to drive multiple events to a small focused area. That's now coming mainland, and we're going to be doing that same thing in the United States, starting with San Diego, where we're going to be driving that live event, building that area, making sure that we grow it to the point of a nice-sized regional event, and then we're going to be looking for other areas. If you're wanting Solavei to do this in your area, then you definitely want to let us know and say, hey, if that's going to be happening in San Diego, I want it to be happening here. We'll let you know what that looks like. It's going to require, I mean, right now already, Josue Madera is running over 100 people a week at his event, and we're going to partner with that. We're looking for probably a couple of hundred people at this first event, and then of course we're going to be driving a few events after that till we get to a major regional event in that area. So mark your calendars for February 21st, and there's not just going to be an opportunity overview. We're going to do trainings, recognition. For those of you who haven't been able to get your bands or your recognition pieces, that's the place to do it if you've ranked up. We really, really want to see this be an incredible opportunity to explode your network and truly launch the entire recognition strategy and regional strategy for Solavei right there in San Diego. All right, Laura, tell us about Puerto Rico, Rally, and Run with Ryan.
So So it's a Puerto Rico rally and run. We all know that our CEO and founder Ryan Wirch is an avid runner, runs marathons like crazy. I've never seen somebody have that many marathons under their belt, truly. Personally speaking, I don't run unless something's chasing me, but things like this, to go to Puerto Rico to run, I don't know, maybe if I was on the beach, it'd be a little bit different. So March 22nd and March 21st, they're doing back-to-back deals out there. There's going to be a rally, really great event out there in Puerto Rico, tons of recognition and food and motivation and all kinds of stuff. And then they're also, the day after that, March 22nd, they're going to actually do a Puerto Rico marathon. So if you're out there, or if you can get there, they're going to have all kinds of stuff. Really cool event out there. It sounds like that they're planning. It's going to be a short run, 1 to 3 miles is my understanding, so not that huge of a deal, but that looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to see pictures out there.
That is awesome. Well, I am going to chase you on the 22nd, so our 21st, whatever, 22nd, so that I can watch you run.
Great.
You know what you and I could do? Actually, I may actually be at that event, so I can't say that I'll chase you around the mall because I may be at the Puerto Rico event. I've been getting some calls from my Puerto Rico team. As you guys know, it's massive over there. And boy, I just might have to show up for that. Now, I'm not dedicating to run anything but maybe a good sprint. I'm a basketball player. I will take Ryan on in a game of one-on-one any day on the basketball court. But I will give up that he is definitely the master at long distance running. He, yeah, it's crazy. Guy like runs a marathon a month. Yeah. So anyhow, join them out there. Join us out there, March 22nd. It's going to be a good time, and we're certainly looking forward to seeing people paint the streets with purple, wearing all of our t-shirts together. It's going to be a good time. All right, tip of the week, $10.99 timeline. If you've earned $600 or more last year with Solavei, and guess what? You're going to get a $10.99 in the mail, and they've been mailed at the end of January. They take about 5 to 7 days. I saw people today posting that they already got theirs. So it should be arriving to your address soon. Good news is if you get one, you're making money. You're making some dosh. And so that's awesome. And of course, as you know, what that also means is Uncle Sam's going to want his part. So smart money says what? Be smart with your finances. Spend less than you make, and make sure you're putting aside amount for Mr. Uncle Sam.
Hey, let me give you a quick tip on the 1099 deal. When you get yours, obviously don't post the whole thing, but post a little snapshot of it, maybe the corner that says 1099 or something that says Solavei or whatever, because it's tax time. This is what people are talking about, and if you want something really catchy, I love Thomas Malone. He's always about guerrilla marketing, and that means just thinking outside the box, posting something that doesn't sound like a pitch or salesy, but something that makes people ask, huh? Who? What? 1099 time is a perfect time to posting on Facebook, such as, you know, your cell phone carrier sends you a bill, my cell phone carrier sends me a 1099. Something like that. Don't say anything else. Make people ask you, what are you talking about? This is the time to capitalize on tax time right now. And you can say that if you're getting a 1099, you're getting an earnings statement. Other people are getting their bills every month. So just a little tip for Facebook.
Awesome. Okay, hashtag Solavei Story. Rafael Carrera is, we're looking for news stories to feature across our social media channels. I would love to tell you. Let me take a stab at this, and all my Mexican friends and Spanish friends and Puerto Rican friends. Let's see how I do. Gracias, Solavei. Mi esposa y yo tenemos 2 años que no pagamos celular. No hacemos ahorro. I think he's saving $3,200 a year. That's awesome. Let me translate. And we are very, very, very excited about that. Rafael, congratulations on being this week's Solavei story. We want to hear your story as well, so make sure that you send in your story and be able to post that and let us see it. You can submit it right there on the Scoop. I'll show you where you can just click on that link. Bada bing, bada boom, and it's going to take you right there where you can post it. We want to hear your Solavei story, and of course, as always, tap into all of our upcoming Solavei events that we've got throughout the week, practically something every single day that you can tap into, and we look forward to making sure that you get the most out of these events. Now, as always, we want to encourage you to stop by Stop that. Stop by facebook.com/groups/my team Solavei and go there and post your questions. Connect with the community. I actually talked to someone today. They have got like 75 people in their network, and they had no idea about the upcoming Mayan Riviera trip. They're not engaged in Team Solavei, had no clue what's going on. Now, they're not always speaking English, so I can understand that little disconnect, but I got to tell you, make sure your team knows about these resources, because these resources can drive them to greater productivity, build bigger networks. This particular person has 75 people and is still an ambassador because they have not learned the process of how to engage a brand partner. So think about that. It's pretty awesome. Great story of coming to the front, because we're now going to be able to help that person. But make sure that you and your entire team are plugging in. And glad that you've been with us tonight. So thankful for you. Pray blessing over you guys every week. Look forward to seeing you next Thursday, this coming Thursday, in just a couple of days on our Team Huddle call. Tap in. Of course, you can check that out at teamsolavei.com/go/events in order to get that number, or you can just check in on our Facebook page. We'll have it posted there as well. Anything else, Laura, before we go?
No, I'm having a great week, everybody, and go get 6. Get your team to get 6.
Yeah, get 6, get free, become a brand partner, and vamos a la playas. Let's go play at the beach. Peace out, everyone.